Welcome to this practice today called the Hub of the Wheel. It is a meditation from Dan Siegal, who's a neuroscientist, and he has used the metaphor of the wheel to see how the mind is structured. So get yourself into a comfortable position. You can be sitting on the floor or on a cushion or on a chair, but with your back straight. Just relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, maybe lower the gaze. You can close the eyes. Just become aware of the posture of your hands. And become gently aware of your breath, which brings you into a state of presence. I'm going to invite you to visualize a wheel. This wheel has a hub in the center, which represents your awareness, the place from where you observe. Situate yourself in the hub of the wheel. And the wheel has 4 quadrants, just separated into quarters, and it has a rim. So the first quadrant, I invite you to visit and visualize, is the top right-hand quadrant. And this represents our senses. Sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch. And then let's go across the top left-hand quadrant. And this represents like the 6th sense, or our physical sensations in the body. And we go down to the bottom left-hand quadrant. And this represents our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs, our desires, our dreams, our intentions. And from this quadrant, we go down to the bottom right-hand quadrant. And this quadrant represents our connection with others, our interconnection with the outside world. And let us come back to our hub, our center, the place where we observe from. Good. So now we've visualized the wheel. We can just visit the top right-hand quadrant of our senses and just become aware of our sensation of touch. We may be aware of the clothes we're wearing, how our skin may feel different if it's covered by clothes or if it's not covered by clothes. It's touching the air. You may feel the sensation between our sitting bones and what we're sitting on. The parts of our body that are touching the floor, the earth, may feel different from parts of the body that aren't. And our hands, sensation of touch, our fingers. Observe, become aware. And let's now become aware of our taste. Aware of the taste in our mouths. And try not to judge if it's a nice sensation or not a nice sensation. Just bringing it into our awareness, our field of awareness. And from there, we can go up to our smell. Refining our sense of smell. And from here, let us bring into our awareness our hearing. Maybe first the sounds the furthest away from us. Then bringing our attention a little bit closer, the sounds are a bit closer. Maybe in the room. And lastly, we bring our awareness, the sounds of our body. Maybe our breath, our heartbeat. Okay. With our sight, I'm going to invite you just to open your eyes and just let the visual world pour in. Be aware of the colors, the shapes, the forms, before closing our eyes again. Let's come back now, leaving the top right-hand quadrant, coming back to our center. And from this space, we're going to send our attention out to the top left-hand quadrant. It's our physical sensation. Just scan our body for any sensations. Could be tingling, numbness, heat, cold, shooting sensation. There could be places of the body where there's feels like there's no sensation at all. That too is observed. Starting off with the feet. Observe any sensations in the feet. Up to the knees. To the thighs and the hips. The pelvis. Let's become aware of the spine. Its natural curves of the spine. Also the spaces in between the vertebrae. All the way right up into the head. Let's go up the front of the body now, the digestive system, the vital organs, the diaphragm, the heart, the lungs. Observe any sensations that may arise up to the collarbone. And from there, let us go down, become aware of the arms, the sensations in the arms, the hands, the fingers, up to the throat, the face, all the features of the face, the scalp, every hair follicle. Let's now incorporate the whole of the body to our field of attention and just observe, see where our attention is directed to and where it is not directed to. Good. Okay. Let us come back into our center, to our hub. And from this place, let's direct our attention to our mind, to our thoughts, to the bottom left-hand quadrant. Let's observe the thoughts that arise and how they arise. Do they arise like a stream of consciousness, or are there spaces in between the thoughts? This sense of curiosity, just observe how the mind works. The thoughts, how do they come? And how do they go? Okay. Leaving our thoughts for the time being, coming back to our center, our hub. Take a nice breath in the center. And send our awareness out to the bottom right-hand quadrant. One of connection, the one of interconnection. First of all, feel the connection with the people, maybe in the room or in the house, the building where you are. And stretching this sense of connection to all your loved ones, near and far. And stretching this connection to maybe people we don't know, but live in the village or town where we live. Expand our sense of connection now to the county we live in and all the people who live there. Expand it, our sense of connection even more. So we're connected to all the people who live in our country. Let us expand our sense of connection now to all of the people who live in our continent. Expanding our sense of connection to all of the people and sentient beings that live in the whole world. And from our center, we send out this expanded consciousness of connection, of deep connection. Okay, good. Let us come back to our center, to our hub. Let's take us breaths and breaths in our hub, in our center. In this space of just being. Okay, and when you're ready, you may want to just gently open your eyes and gently begin to move your body. Observe the effects of this meditation, this mindfulness meditation. Thank you very much for sharing. Wishing you very well.